for map number 1 of ZF versus Krusty Krew. Due to placements and the like, we're going to be seeing a 5v6 at least for the first map. I forgot to change it to week 2. I'm a genius. And I'll change it in a bit when we get started up. But, where's self-promotion? There it is. There we go. Alright, map 1, Volskaya. We're gonna have ZF versus Krusty Krew. Let's get right into it. Ugh, crap, my throat. Alright, so first map. I'm kind of interested to see what both teams run, because I mean, to be honest, I only got to watch the Krusty game last week, and well, before we get started, I should probably make sure we don't accidentally get another person.
Hey,
there we go.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
By the way, the game it's not, like, started.
Oh, yeah. That's why we're just going to quickly reset the lobby, because I'm a genius like that. Don't worry. We're getting it fixed.
Okay, hi, sorry.
We're getting it fixed. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be a 5v6 just because some placements were not completed, so we are going to be having, at least for the first map, they should be having someone coming by the second, but I don't think we were going to hold another 20 minutes. We are already in half an hour behind, but we are getting it going.
I'm just kind of curious to see what Krusty's gonna, Krusty's gonna try to run, being down a 5v6. I would assume that it's just gonna, for the most part, be as much cheese as they can get to, you know, attempt to just overpower them. And that's what it looks like they're going with so far, already coming out with the Pharmacy and a Junkrat, so
I mean, and
they're just going to have a lot of upfront damage.
Yeah, I will say I do kind of... Oh, hello.
I haven't ever seen Blue play Junkrat. I normally only have seen him play main tank, so I'm looking forward to see him play that. And then on ZF's side, it's weird that they're not going to be playing the Ryan Zarya. I know that Kawhi does play a pretty good Zarya, but Hog is also really good, especially for this choke, since it has a really long sight line down both sides. Yeah, that's really good for hooks.
And I do kind of want to point out, they're going on the lower damage end of things, just starting with the Ryan Zar, Mercy Zen. I mean, you're already down 1, and to be honest, I'd rather have 2 DPS over 2 tank, just because a main tank like Ryan has enough shield to work with, just alone, but DPS is something that's going to be hard to come by, especially if you can't build up your charge on Zarya really quickly. So I'm kind of curious on how they'll work with that.
Connor already 84 to shatter. He pumped out a lot of damage in that last fight. I mean, as right now, we're basically just seeing what I thought the game would become, because it is a 5v6. It's going to be very hard for Krusty to make any move, always being down a player. So I assume that for the most part, the first few fights without ults are just going to more or less be a steamroll on the side of ZF.
Well, I really do think they could do something. I just think running the 1 DPS, oh, with the big 4-man shatter, I'm sorry, I think you need more DPS. I mean, if you're going to sacrifice something, sacrifice a tank, because Ryan on his own can work. Just, Zarya isn't really super powerful unless you can get charge built up, but until you built up charge, you're going to have a rough time getting in there.
It's also going to be very hard getting charged with the team comp they're running. Far is really going to be would really be Krusty's main source for bubble damage. But even then, a good Pharah won't give you any sort of that damage, and we should see a barrage come out very soon. Collins in the back line, and he has barrage.
Yep, gonna get at least one, gonna get the Mercy, and then they're just gonna follow up quickly getting... Yeah, there goes 4. Just... kind of hard to watch. There you go, they do get a pick on Trace, at least. Oh, we'll get pinned immediately, or taken out immediately.
They actually do pick the... Colin picks the Mercy, which is just gonna make it even harder for Krusty to push yours, because they're only gonna have the Brig to sustain, and with that Pharah just raining down, it's really not gonna be much help.
Yeah, like... I'll keep saying it over and over again. When you're down a person, I'm sorry, I don't think you can really work with the off-tank here. I mean, Zarya would be a decent choice most of the time with the comp they're trying to run here, but you just don't have enough DPS. You don't have enough to break through the big shield or the big chunky targets that they have. And I mean, that's what we're seeing heavily here already. I mean, that's what we're seeing. Not a lot of damage. They do have a bunch of ults ready now compared to their opponent's 1. They almost got the barrage ready to go though, which could easily change a fight. So it just kind of depends on what they can do with these 4 ults. Because, I mean, really with this Z comp, all it would take is one good grab, but I think they started trying to build it up too late. Speaking of, there's a barrage, gonna get 1. Oh, no, I won't get none. That'll be Tracemaker instead getting that pick.
It's just taking them forever to build up this graph, but that's just gonna be a side effect of being down 1 player. You're not gonna be able to output much damage, which leads to very, very slow grav charge.
Yeah, it's... You hate to see that happen, but I mean... I don't know what to do there. I don't know what you do.
I'm hoping that they can make a better defensive stand than they did an offensive, and it looks like they're going to go with the Bastion off the start and possibly a Tor, but Sam Pam clicked over it a few times, but it looks like he might decide against it.
I mean, to be honest, I think if you're going to run the double tanks like you were, you do really need to go that, you know, Bastion, Tor, kind of take 2 different high grounds approach, but that also kind of leaves you really low on heals, as you're going to have to sacrifice something to get that Torbjorn, which is why I kind of think they'll stay away from it.
I'm hoping right here, if they're going to be running the Orisa Diva, which it looks like they will, I really hope that they set up on the top right side of point, because that would provide them a lot. Like, it's very hard for ZF to actually get up there, especially with the Bastion bringing constant pressure.
Okay, hi, I'm sorry.
But looking like what Zed's at least picking in spawn, if they run this, looks like they're going to be going for the side tactic. You're going over the water with a Bastion, Moira, Ashe, Orisa, and Ana. Kind of a interesting comp. That's a little bit...
I hope if they ever watch this, I'm gonna DM Blue Skies after this match and tell him I think he's toxic.
Oof.
They're setting up on the other side of point. This is a really weird strategy. I would normally set up on the opposite side.
I mean, to be honest, both teams are running the Bastion. Yep, there we go. Sim going across the water.
I don't like this.
This is gonna be... this is a Bastion Morris. Oh, there goes Colin into the water. So that's gonna...
It's gonna be a 5v5 for this first fight.
I hope you hear this.
Wow.
Star pushing down to just apply pressure immediately instead of having to wait for the Bastion to shoot across, and his spread is gonna actually not let him do all that much damage. But Sam Pam already getting the pick on Bullet there.
There you go, just gonna force him to keep in that tiny room. No matter if you have a numbers edge or not, you don't want to be caught in a tiny room against the Bastion. No, that just makes it firing range.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Star's already
Trace
out of
next Star there.
Yeah, both Bastions just firing away. I mean, just miniguns. on a mission.
Star being out of mech is gonna hurt Krusty a lot here. They're essentially playing a 4v6 with a baby diva.
Yeah, but she is almost back in the mech. She's at 81 at the moment. Oh, there she goes. So she will be returning soon. You hate to see that as now they are down in that 4v6 department. As oh, there he goes. Zed coming up behind them. There you go, coming up behind the shield. There's the Bastion turret, everything. There goes Bastion. Oh, but there goes both Bastions are gone. Oh, out, and Zed's just gonna take the point. Relatively unscathed after that. Once they force the battle up to the high ground.
Yay!
I will keep saying it like I did on that attack. They stuck too heavily to that 2-tank comp. I'm sorry, when you're down a person,
Kawaii! I love Kawaii. She's so I love her. She's
like when you're down a person,
look at this
you need
girl
more damage.
go!
That is
Kawhi's a guy.
That is a dude.
Kawhi's
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. But I don't know what to say there. I mean, I'll keep saying it again and again. Not enough damage. Zarya's really good if you can get your shields and your power up, but if you can't do that, like they can't right now, like with running the 1 tank and no real other DPS.
I get aggressive.
There's nothing else you can do there. I mean, you're in a bad spot. I don't know what you do there. But let's see, dude. I'm just gonna still ask though, even though we know.
Oh, they're having to play 5v6? This isn't fair. Colin, you're boosted. I hope you watch those.
Shaking my head. To be fair,
They
they are
went
following the rules.
5v5.
They're following
Should have
the
went
rules.
5v5, Colin! It's
No.
not a legit win!
You know what,
Ow.
Rolly, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down and we're gonna remove you from the booth, shaking my head.
No, listen. I am here simply for comedic relief. I have no game sense, but sometimes I make people laugh. And I mean, I love Zeta, and they know I love them, hopefully, and whenever I say anything towards them, I'm not being serious. Now, Krusty Krew, on the other hand, Blue Skies, yeah,
Oop, I
fight me,
clicked the wrong person. There we go. You go there.
Whoa!
You go there.
Disrespectful.
And then you go
Let's
there.
get it, Tony! Let's get it!
I'm
Hit the
concerned
whip!
and I am confused and concerned and
See, I'm just bringing positivity and hype to the game. You always need a hype man, and I'm that woman.
I'm concerned. I am very concerned.
See, I like how I wasn't talking for I wasn't talking for like that first game. So I'm making up now for not being there. See what I'm doing here?
I'm just concerned. You have me very concerned.
I typed up and
What? I'm gonna have to. I'm about to say. She told me she's keeping us hostage in the booth.
What?
Yeah, you right. No, it's like help
What?
us. Help us. No.
Wait, what did you just say?
Nothing.
Pull
No.
back. Chubby. Chris.
What? I didn't
What
say
did you
anything.
just say? Listen, how am I keeping you hostage if you're threatening to kick me out?
True.
Exactly. So
I
whoever
mean,
said that,
I'll call the FBI to say that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I mean, I can't get another one in for map 2. This is gonna be definitely a hell of an uphill climb moving forward. But I mean, damn. Yeah, there we go. I could type. Cause shoot. Looks like they might have to go 5v6 again. Depends.
Lord is typing.
Yeah, about to say like If he's at the
Lord?
system, we'll wait.
Who's
If
Lord?
not, if he's gonna be... Okay, yeah, he's starting Overwatch,
Okay,
so good,
yeah,
yeah, we'll
okay.
wait, we'll wait. Give him some time. I mean, hopefully he's done placements.
Yeah.
If
Do you guys want to
haven't-
hear my famous re?
No.
I think the audience is kind of afraid of something like that, to be honest.
I kind of want to do it now.
So let's see, does he have placements?
I'll do it. I'll do
He
it when
do.
people get play. How about that?
Okay, this is a legal 6 stack. Woo! So,
Hey! Go Krusty Krew! Being legal and playing by the rules. We appreciate that.
both of them are playing by the rules. What do you mean?
Oh, I don't think ZF is playing by the rules.
They
They're
are. That's
college.
illegal. That's a legal comp.
They have
Hey.
college.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I can
just-
sense there's
Rolling, I
something
swear.
shady going
Rolling, I swear. I'm going. Don't make me. I got my.
What?
I got my cursor right over the kick button. I swear.
I promise. I'm really kidding about Colin. That's
Chubby,
how I
just
joke with him.
just start. Just
I
start.
swear. I swear.
Yeah, just start.
Oh my god.
You really did, Chubby? Being so concerned with me. They lost a player. Good job.
Where'd go? God damn it.
God, Chubby. No, but seriously, like, that's how I joke with Colin, and he knows that I'm kidding. So, and if he took offense to it, and he texted
Bam.
me, I would apologize fully.
To be fair, you can't watch this yet, though. That'd be cheating.
Yeah. See, if he DMs me, I can prove that he's pulling shady things.
Oh my, shaking my head. But also,
Thanks for just
so
said, bro. My
audience,
dog is
um,
literally barking at my phone.
to be fair, this.
Bro,
Wait, to be
Your
fair.
dog's smart. Your
This
dog is
game
cute.
has had the most live viewers we've seen in any game so far this season, at least from what I can tell. We were up to 14 just a second ago, and it was just like, hold on, hold on.
Someone was like, dude, Rolling just started being an idiot, and then everyone popped up in here. Don't
Chubby, please just start before they lagged out. But before Fer gets lagged out,
yeah.
just
How about
start.
we, how about we hurry? Chubby, hey!
I have to confirm they're ready.
They said they're ready.
I know what I'm doing. I will fight. She's literally content. You right? I mean, she doing it. All right, all right.
Just assume ZF is ready.
Well, hold on. They're typing. Do 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 do. Okay, yeah, they're ready. Let's
All
go.
right, go,
Map
go,
2.
go.
Wait, is it King's Row?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
No, it's
Yeah, it
Rowan.
is.
No, it's not. It's Rings Co. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think that from both sides, we're probably just gonna see a Reinzer. You go, why is the game not starting?
Because I was making sure I had the sub. I was making sure I had the spectator settings right. Damn it.
You didn't check it in the 5 minutes that they lost the player?
You know what? No, I didn't. Because I'm stupid. Okay. I
I'm
swear.
not gonna read, Chubby. You're gonna make me read.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like on ZF we're already seeing the Reinzaria. I thought that they would run that anyways, just because it's King's Row.
I mean, to be fair, this map is very tank dominant. So I mean, you gotta take advantage. Get that Ryan Zarya action.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Nerf Bastion!
Did I just hear a shut up? Like a shut up.
No.
Oh.
Dad,
Yeah.
damn it!
I'm really excited to play in this map
Yeah,
tomorrow
I do.
because, you know, Zarya main. And this map is one of Zarya's best, which is why Ryan Zarya is extremely popular on it.
All I know is
Ryan Zarya is just meta. I mean,
it's just.
let's be honest.
I swear you
That's
said
the
it's.
one thing that hasn't changed in a while.
I mean.
Tanks
I mean, it
usually-
depends on the map, I would say. Like, Ryan Zarya
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
really work on
tanks are
Gibraltar that
usually
well.
Pretty... There's not a lot to change the tank game, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't have game sense. It's okay.
I'm just reading the comments. It's just like, honestly, I'm more impressed at how our mic is still working after all that screaming.
You guys are wrong.
That's very true.
I love the comments.
Fur playing the Jake Rat,
Oh,
getting headshot.
that was quick.
You're right, so Winston. I wanna be Winston.
And there's a copyright right there.
No, because I'm saying it and it's not the original voice. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
All we're seeing
What?
is, so Zed.
Yes! Tony! Get it, queen! Sorry. No, I'm
Quick
not.
double
Ew,
and
Colin.
triple. Zed just kind of pushing him back real quick.
Go, Tony, go! Go, Tony! Tony, he backed up.
I'm assuming that's zombie. I'm so confused. We're gonna ask you to calm down,
Sorry,
please.
Tony is zombie.
Is Riptide coming out? That's illegal.
Oh, Blue having to run back in his spawn as he almost died.
I mean,
Kawhi already had a decently high charge, getting 50 to
no.
grab, while Lord is only at 25.
Oh, whoa, look at that flake! Oh, whoa! No, Logan missed a sweet dart! No! Oh, but Blue's gonna get pushed. There's no way.
Ults are heavily in ZF's favor right now.
Blue's over.
That's mainly because they've just won the last 2 fights.
It does seem
But it looks like right now that Krusty is pushing up quite a bit.
Yeah, numbers-wise, they have the advantage at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what they can do with that.
As long as they, I was about to say, as long as I can keep Kawhi up, I have a really, because that charge is borderline everything.
Yeah, and there you go, Krusty. As soon as they get 6, and they're right back in this, I mean, quick push. I mean, there you go. That's all it really takes. And
I'm still really proud of Tony, though. He did good. He did good.
And I just
Don't
like to
punish poor Logan, baby.
I just like the comment. There's like petition to rename Rolling to Screaming Girl. I'm down.
No.
Star getting a double kill with Coalescence.
Listen,
Nano
if
going
I
out on the
ever-
Hanzo. Let's see if he can capitalize off of this.
There you
Chubby,
go,
can I
laser
change
beam
my
of-
name in the league to Screaming Girl, and then for league games I'll change it back?
No, you gotta keep it. You can put it in the whatever the heck those circly things are called.
I don't want to put it at the end though. That's not funny.
Huge 4-man grab coming out from Kawhi here,
Can I put
but
it in front
they
of
didn't
my
really
name?
have much to combo with it.
Oh, there we go.
DJ
Dragon's
just
Tire.
getting dragons right here, but it seems that it's a bit too late. Kawhi, however, does
job.
pick up 2 off of his own grab, and is able to retreat with all of his charge.
Petition to
Can I
remove
put
her
it in
from
front of my
stream.
name?
LOL. No.
No, petition to shut the f up.
Hey, don't.
I
Yeah,
bleeped myself.
don't use fucking language like that, okay?
Yeah, that's why I bleeped myself. Thank you, Dad.
But I mean, this fight. Okay, there you go. Now it's going heavily in Zed's favor. They're just kind of pushing them back now. Oh, we're halfway through.
I should probably sub to the league's YouTube. That's a good idea.
Everybody that hasn't that's watching should as well. I mean, we're at 69 subscribers at the beginning of this.
Never mind, nobody
now,
sub.
Now we can.
Nobody
no.
sub.
Anyone subs, then we have to get to 669. Okay.
That'd be beautiful.
Or 420.
Oh, true. 420 is much
True.
better. We have to climb in the levels of cringiness. So
All
it
I'm
goes
saying
from
is though, ults are even.
69.
Ults are pretty even at the moment. I mean, both teams are about to have 4s. Just the combinations are slightly different.
Oh.
Gonna just shake my
No,
head.
Chubby, you just now got 70 subs. Whoever did it, I hate you.
Grab, Blossom,
Blue.
Coalescence on both ends. Oh my
Hope
lord,
you know
Blossom with
that.
ult.
Fight me.
Falk as well. Looks like, there you go. Krusty gonna take the advantage here. They do have 2 picks. Make it 3. They're pushing on through. 4, and they're just backing them up. They might get it. I'm proud.
Lord is going to have grab for this next fight too, and he's throwing it out just to kill Kawhi, but Kawhi already is 65 to a second grab.
I will say,
He's a very good Zari. He's playing it just right. Lord is at a constantly high charge, but he's not being able to do much off of it until big ult comes out from either side.
yes, it should. And to be honest, whoever this Mike guy is in the comments, PM me after this on Discord. Shoot, we need to have a conversation. I love your comments throughout, my guy. Who are you? Is the
Chubby
question.
just wants me to get kidnapped by the CIA, so he's fake AO.
Oh,
You want me to die, and I don't appreciate that.
that's not true. I'm just confused who this guy is, but we are gonna
Blue
see.
teleporting on the point,
I
very
guess
ballsy,
CM
and he somehow
somewhere
gets
here.
away with that.
But we are gonna see Krusty coming back out. They do have the tire. Over 3 ults on the side of Zed, both
See,
DPS and
whoever,
Nano.
I don't know who you are, Neko Squad. See, he gets it. He or she gets it. No, I'm not Canadian.
Grav is out, Nano is out, Tire is out. All of them
Missy
on Zed's
Waifu
side.
is Canadian.
It's
They-
only 1 kill out of all of those ults, though. Never
Well,
mind,
well, make
DJ
it
is
top
able to
end.
pick up Blue.
Dragon.
Yeah, gotta get
He
right
walked
in
into
at
it. I was spectating him. He said, re in there.
But I mean, now
It might
the
have been a bit of
advantage-
overkill.
I don't know, but now the ult advantage is heavily in Krusty's
Overkill
favor.
on Overwatch.
They should have. They're gonna have 4 ults here, almost 5, so that gives them the advantage. Just shattering coalescence against each other.
Oh, Oh, whoa!
Shadow's gonna miss. Tire's gonna come out as well.
I don't think the tire's gonna do anything.
But it's coming
Prove
around
me wrong.
the very
Prove
weird
me
side.
wrong.
Oh!
Yeah, prove me wrong. See,
Triple and the
I can't ever.
res.
If I ever say that I believe in someone, it goes badly. So I always have to say that I don't believe it that way.
Oh my lord, that was a heck of a flick. I thought I was gonna get picked off there at the end, but no. Clean.
I mean, there Hanzo, who was it? DJ was playing Hanzo. He was doing really good for a while.
3-man shatter. Tire gonna clean up all the.
Ew, no, it was Colin.
It looks like they will take back the cart here, but overall, Krusty's been making very good pushes, being able to win. I mean,
this DJ kid? I know he just died to that, but he is like really good at aiming, and I need him to train me because I can't aim. That's why I play Mercy.
We'll just say it's someone you've once known before.
Wait, I have?
Yeah. Yes, you have, but we'll explain it when we're off camera.
Oof.
As we are going to be seeing Krusty regroup once again. You know, they got grabbed this time. No real... the opponent does have Coalescence, though, which is a pretty big counter. They go grab out. Coalescence coming out after the Ryan's down, though.
You don't have your... Oh, why?
Shatter is ready on
You
the...
just charged the Zarya, Blue!
There you go, 3.
The fat Shatter, but they didn't go after the Mercy first.
That's a huge mine from...
Yes!
That's an absolutely huge mine from Colin, actually saving Kawaii from getting pinned on the Shatter.
And
He was able to
Blue,
whip the Ryan out of the way.
In that beginning part right there, during the Shatter, they didn't go after combat, and that did allow him to get a res. While in this case, it didn't really help that much, and the round was ended at least. In future, they might want to focus that Mercy.
Rolling, you might want to turn down your mic a bit, I think.
Boy,
like your kid, like literally, we have so many I need healings. But my favorite comment, all I'm gonna say is this one. She's almost an XQC copy. She just needs to slam a disc.
Oh yeah,
and
I read
her
that.
mic.
No, I'm just naturally loud. It's
I
like
love
my mic
that.
is turned down. It's just me being loud.
Chief does, isn't it? But Krusty,
Yeah, I'm
there
just
you go.
loud.
Just slightly under a minute here. They are going to push all the way through after starting off in a
See-
5v6. Proud.
In every stream, you need that obnoxious kid here. Just why are they here? Why do we allow them here?
Yeah,
Because sometimes they say something dumb, and it's good.
like I think
Shino just added me and he said, "Just so you know, great job. Keep up the good work."
I think we've left the studio doors unlocked one too many times. Now we're letting stragglers come in.
I was invited in. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Because my mic is turned down and I'm not going to go adjust my settings.
ZF did allow the full cap, but luckily they were able to get Krusty under a minute of time left, which allows them, even if they do make it into overtime, to get at least one other recontest to try to take back the point.
They really, really wanted to.
Yeah,
This is a weird strategy from Krusty. I don't know if they're actually going to go with it or they're just memeing for the first part.
I mean, to be
Looks
fair,
like
it
that was
could
just what they were
actually
doing.
work, because I mean, lots of damage. You can
Yeah.
flow as they go through the gate just to give the Bastion time to
I
shoot.
don't like the Symmetra though.
Reese
I'm
says
not
what?
even going to lie.
And there you go. I mean,
This is...
already got the first early pick.
This is such a cringy comp that like I can't judge it because it works sometimes, but I don't agree with it.
I mean-
Sim bashing. I don't agree. 100%.
I
I don't like it.
I mean, it may be a bit cheesy, but if it works, it works.
Yeah, I don't like the cheesy ones because I feel like you should kind of. I don't know how to put this into good words because it's gonna sound dumb.
But there you go. There's a zombie. As I'm gonna get caught with the turret. It's gonna get slowed on the escape. Gonna have time for the Bastion to fire on in.
Okay, now I have a way to say it because I didn't want to say it. It sounds rude because it's not what I'm meaning. I feel like it helps your team better themselves when you run those comps that aren't just easy. You know what I'm saying? Like the easy clap comps. Those, I think it's better to run those, especially because
The thing is, it's like a Bastion Sim is high risk, high reward. Bastion Sim can be easily countered.
I mean, yeah, like they're not countering it. Literally, you just shoot a pharmacy over the top of that. You can get in that back line faster than they can say res.
I'm not gonna lie, that's facts, but I don't know. I've just never been a fan of Bastion Sim. If my team ever does it,
I mean,
I promise you.
literally
I'm
pharmacy
gonna
with
go
a
Widow.
Winston.
There
Winston
we
deep in
go,
the front.
Colin.
There you go. And Lord of the
And
Whale
combat
Lord.
is such a good mercy that I think he'll be able to do this.
And there you go, just kind of getting him to focus on the high ground up there, trying to get him away
Yeah.
from the choke. Just wasting clock. That's what you got to do. Milk
Yeah.
the clock.
That was a really good bait on the side of Krusty. They got their entire focus onto the back line and then was able to switch
but those
back.
turrets.
Grab
Those
And I
dragons.
turrets
do think
there
that
it
this
is.
will just be a team clear though.
Job, DJ.
It does look like
I
Krusty
feel
will
like
have the
DJ
edge.
and Colin can really wipe this out, but
Yeah, no, as soon as we
DJ
say
got
that,
stuck up. Yeah.
as soon as we say that the picks fall in the favor of Krusty, they'll have,
They did do good
Little
though.
bit.
They did do good. I'm proud of them.
they will have a
like-
little bit of time.
That was a really good push though. You could tell that it was pretty coordinated.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
they.
Oof.
See, I'd rather see that a team is trying, and you can tell that they are really fighting for the thing.
Yep,
Oh
point-
no, Bastion's back.
Yeah, gonna get knocked back. I don't think they're gonna be able to defend the point. However, Zed will only have about, if I'm good at math, like 3 minutes to get all the way
Yeah.
through. Not counting time bonuses.
You get
at the
2.5,
next game.
so yeah, it's gonna be about 3.5 minutes.
So I mean, that's a good bit of time. That's about as much as we saw, at least towards the end there for Krusty. So decent pace.
Yeah.
Both teams staying close on this one.
No.
They switched off the Bastion,
Yeah,
which I thought that
actually,
they would
yeah,
have,
they
because
were-
on Street's Phase, Bastion just doesn't have the open
I got, like, a
range that he
giant one in the
normally
defensive
likes.
I'd
Right
like to
here, it's
say.
a lot more close range, and Sombra does really good here due to the high ground all around Streets. She can use that to her advantage a lot to just be able to get the hacks off on the Reinhardt, which will allow their team about 6 seconds of just free damage.
That is true, but at the same time, you got to worry about that Pharah as well. I mean, the Pharah
Also, do you want
basically going
chocolate?
uncontested. And that proved that they got Colin getting 3, make it 4.
Go, Colin.
4 picks throughout that whole fight there. I mean, you gotta stop the pharmacy. Get the doctor to
gotta
cancel the
stop the
prescription. You don't need it.
Whoa. Don't go after Mercy. Mercy is a goddess. Is a red one okay?
But here you go, gonna set up the turrets. I kind of don't quite know about the Sombra combo. That just seems a bit off to me. Just not
I've
a lot
seen
of
it
damage.
work though.
It could
The
work.
Diva
but
right here really needs to
It's
start
mainly
focusing down the
relying on
Pharah if they want a
turrets and your
chance.
teammates
Shutter
following
blocked.
through on hack.
Barrage gonna get cut off halfway. We'll get 2 though.
Hey,
Peach drop.
Chevy,
Yee.
I have chocolate. Do you want some?
So there's chocolate is good.
I want the caramel, but I don't want the chocolate one. I have 2 bars.
ZF is gonna have about 3.5 minutes again to be able to just push this last phase, and they have a lot of momentum going their way right now. Blue Sky's switching. They're gonna be running 2 flankers right
Ooh.
here on the last phase. Never mind, they're gonna be switching to Junkrat instead. But even then, they don't really have a dedicated DPS.
They're just there
Blue's
you
making
go.
a ton of switches right now, and honestly wasted a lot of time.
I'm about to say, and I think it's
Yeah,
too little, too late.
If
You
you're
wasted
gonna
it all.
switch, you got like what? I don't remember. Like it's like 7 to 10 seconds every time you die, right?
Yes.
You
10
have
seconds.
that amount of time to talk with your team and figure out what you're gonna get done.
Well, we are
You
going
need
to
to
see the
use that time
coalescence.
wisely.
Coalescence coming out. We'll keep at least Potato up till the tire. We will see a pick by Star though. Just going to contest a little bit.
Some of those ults were badly used. I'm sorry. The
But I
beat
mean-
drop shouldn't have been used.
So they're just trying to
feel
stay
like
alive
that-
here. As we
Yeah,
are going
I
to
just feel
see.
like now this is gonna be a really good opportunity for Krusty to use their grab or their nerfs or literally any other ult that they have.
Which they do have to build up now. They did swap all their stuff, and speaking of, there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
barrage. Going to get
Ooh,
3.
nice, Colin.
And the res by Merz combat as well will just kind of give Zed an even bigger edge that they already had in this fight. Yeah, they're going to push it.
That was a really good push. I'm not even
ZF is
lie.
gonna have about
2 minutes.
around a minute and about. They're gonna have a decent amount of time just to be able to take this point back.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to be
Krusty
fair,
will sadly only have a minute though.
This is honestly a really good game.
and to be
Like,
honest,
it's not just one side rolling. It's both sides going at it evenly, and I'm loving that honestly.
And to be fair, I'm the biggest advocate for a comp like this in this scenario. But you know what you gotta run, and this is coming from the big brawly tank expert.
All
man.
Widow.
Goats. Yeah, go goats. Push straight through,
Nope.
shove it down their
Take
throat.
me out of the booth. I'm done. I'm done.
You have to shove it down their throat.
Nope.
At least you're almost guaranteed if you run it right, at least
Someone
getting the
is gonna
payload
flip this and make it sound
and
wrong.
halfway.
Don't.
Like, that's literally the easiest way to crap a point here at this point. You push straight through, you brawl them out, you're guaranteed the payload. I don't know how far you'll make it in street, but at least you're going to push the payload and force them to use more time.
Right here, I don't like the Bastion off the start by Krusty. I just don't think that it'll work well on offense. Maybe they're going for the pirate ship, but I would definitely just switch to that after they cap the first point.
Oh,
Bastion really doesn't have a lot he can do on the first point, so...
It just kind of
I mean, personally...
really don't even agree with running him right here, because he only has, like, a few spots that he can set up on, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like game over, because it's like any other place that you get, you either can't see him or you're too far out in the open. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just not coming out right.
And I'm kind of confused with the Bastion. I think if you ran it, you should have ran the sim again too, just because to get the mobility out of it. But we're gonna see how
I'll
it works.
be honest, I don't like Hammond. It could work for this team, but I have never been a huge fan of Hammond.
Well, early on,
Krusty takes very early point control though, and they're not able to kill Zombie though, even after doing a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, Zombie is a really good Ryan, and Combat's an amazing Mercy.
And I'm kind of noticing.
Unless you get Combat out early in a fight, he's gonna be keeping his healing on. He's a very good Mercy. You have to get him out early, or it's pretty much over for your team.
And Blue's gonna try for the recontest. He's gonna have to survive until 3 seconds, or else
He's not gonna be
that's
able to.
close on whether they made it. Right, they're gonna get the overtime here.
Anyway. The shatter,
but I do think that that'll just be game.
Ooh,
So many
another
ults on the side of
barrage, but it
ZF and not
didn't
any
get
on the side of Krusty. So
I hope
they were able to get a tick though. We'll see if they can hold off ZF though.
I hope Tony, aka Zombie, gets play. That way I can screech. I want him to get play.
I'm really hoping he doesn't get play.
I'm gonna screech regardless. It's more just me hyping up whoever got play because I feel like that's important. They should be happy for the fact that they got play. Cause the main reason I don't watch streams is because like when something good happens, it's like, oh, yeah, they got a few kills. That's nice. Like, gotta be hype about it. Maybe not like to my intensity of hype, but I just love getting hype.
And I mean, to be fair, we have seen teams hold maps like this before for 2 minutes. I mean, it has been done.
God.
But I'm kind of just wondering.
Somewhere at 10, should we?
So we'll have to wait and see. I thought you meant 10 Central, so I was like, wait.
10 EST, bro. It's 8 EST right now.
Oh, I mean, we're already on map 2. We only got 3 more maps.
I want them to. Why is it 5 maps? That's a question that I've had for a while. Why
We're not
5?
gonna get back started on this.
No. Like, I genuinely just want to know why you chose 5. I'm not trying to start an argument. If I was gonna start an argument, I would have been like, it shouldn't be 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just genuinely asking.
That ain't a question for me. That's a question for Chubby. So.
Yeah, we can answer it later. Like, to be honest, it makes it where the standings and win percentages are all more even, and even then, like, what map wins are more.
Ooh, this isn't a good way to go.
Gonna help tell.
See, that's all I want to do.
Overall winners anyway, you know.
Yeah.
Like overall wins, you could slip by a little bit and get 3 1s and stuff, but if a team is 4-1, just because you know something happened, that's better than. Yeah, it helps keep it more consistent, I guess.
I'm really curious about ZF's choice to try to go to the high ground on the right to try to contest the Bastion. They didn't have anything that could jump across it, and they knew that the shield just get deleted in that small corridor, especially with what Krusty was running.
That's what you need to do, because they have to drop down
at that point. If they had a distraction,
yeah, they
should have
just
running to point.
Yeah, they should have just pushed straight to point and hugged that back wall right there, because the Bastion, that's out of his LOS.
There they go, and now they're all dropping. There you go. Now everybody's going down.
Good job, babies!
As it does
and I mean babies as a compliment, not like, oh, you're a bunch of babies.
I don't know, but here we go. We are going to be seeing the battle for the point can happen as the Bastion getting the ult. It's gonna fire from above.
That's an ult. Oh, whoa.
And there goes the
There goes
Mercy.
Logan.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Bullet literally dodging the Bastion. That was cool. He jumped over his head.
I mean, even then though, Lord's just gonna
DJ
fire
falling.
away. Bullet.
This is just a back and forth fight right now.
Solo!
But it does look like the Bastion will
They're
fall,
doing
and that looks
solo.
like it will go on to...
They
Looks like
can-
this point will just be
There's the
taken by
winnable.
ZF.
Yeah,
This
no.
is definitely winnable.
This is going into Zed's favor. There goes the Diva Bomb, but
Oh,
nothing to stop
no!
it! Nothing to stop it! Triple!
Oh
Krusty's
no!
coming back!
It's
Krusty's
still
coming
pretty
back!
winnable if they can just get them off point.
I
It's
mean-
just 2 people, but their team is coming back.
Yes,
I
Krusty!
don't know at this point.
They're holding it! I can't believe it! They found a way!
No.
Coalescence! Coalescence! It's over!
Krusty somehow
tie.
keeping that.
No, they have a chance! There
With
goes
it.
Combat jumping right in! Stop!
Oh no!
Winston diving in now!
I'm
Oh
so
my
upset.
god! As no!
I
Let's
am
get it to
genuine-
Krusty!
Why would you play Colin? Why would you switch to Hanzo for a contest?
I
A
can't
miracle
believe
you're
Diva
doing it.
Bomb by Star there, absolutely just winning the point for them. No
Big
cooldowns on the
triple.
side of ZF to stop it and just ended the game basically.
Nope. 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 I got covered on my bot. Nope. I'm
That'll
not
tie
gonna
it up
win.
1-1 though.
Yep.
I just
Our feedery for this one.
and by the way, we finally figured out who the mic person in the comments is. I don't know if you've been reading up, but it's Jack.
Yeah, that's Apple. I mean Jack, sorry.
I'm glad, Jack. That's beautiful. Keep the comments going. Those are beautiful.
Yas. I still need to order that Christmas present, Chubby.
For who?
My fam.
Oh, understood.
I still haven't ordered it. I'm like, the website saying like it'll arrive like barely on Christmas. I'm like, probably go ahead and order it, but I only got paid $20.
Big F.
I know. Look at the chat.
Match chat. Here we go. Well, yeah, but the Krusty can't have subs. They don't have people. Dear. So let's.
Could still at them to make it more important. Chubby, rude.
Hold on.
Just say add ZF subs and then say at Krusty Krew.
Connor
You guys good?
versus-
Ready?
I don't-
Like ask them if they're ready.
Anybody see Connor in specs?
No.
I'm not blind, am I? No.
Connor left. Connor's not here. Connor is gone. Yeah, Connor's not here.
Yeah.
Unless his gamer tag is something else and they're saying his real name. There's not a Connor. He skeeted out of here, so hurry. Hurry from the chat. I'm so tired. I had a lot of energy when this started and now I don't.
You can only scream for so long, so.
You know? Yeah. What? That's because I'm the best.
Okay, Connor's
Yeah,
coming
I
back,
got big
so we're
mouth.
gonna be waiting for him to get
Yeah.
back. But while we do, right now, tie 1-1. We're going to Elios, Boop Boop City.
Elios.
City.
This is just the hog map. It's hog map. I'm sorry. It's not. I hate this map. The best player, the best
I know
people
that
for
a
this
few
map,
teams
I
just
can't
might not
play
run
as.
Hog on it, especially on some of the maps. Hog really isn't that good, like,
Like-
Ruins. Hog can be
Ooh.
played, but
Like, if it's
I would
well-
probably not.
I can't play Farah because I suck. I can't play Lucio because I suck, and I can't play anything that else like Hog or Ursa. So I hate Well. Well sucks. I like the Lighthouse. What is it? Not Lighthouse. Is it like I don't know. I like one of the maps. So that's nice. Yeah. I like Ruins. Ruins is nice. I'm just trying to talk so it's not silent. And
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
kind of
it,
spouting nonsense.
Because we're just waiting for
I'm good at
one
that.
to come in, and then we'll be on to map 3, Elios.
Chevy, can I make a yearbook? Chevy,
I don't know.
can I? Chubby, I want to make a yearbook. I'm gonna make a yearbook. So, how's everyone's day?
Decent, you know, just kind of working on some stuff, waiting. Okay, never mind. Zed is ready. Krusty, are they ready?
Chubby?
Huh?
I had an essay due on Friday and I didn't do it.
You did? You had what?
I had an essay due on Friday and I didn't do it.
F.
Oh, rip. Oh well. I don't care anymore. So, they're making a real action Lion King, and I'm ready.
I just don't.
I don't like real action movies, but I love Lion King, so I'm willing to cringe.
No, I'm
What
sorry.
I'm not
no.
ready for is watching Mufasa die in real action.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna take a box of tissues. Because I know what's gonna happen. I'm already prepared for it. Anywho, oh yeah, it's ruined.
I'm sorry, with the track record of those movies, nah. I don't trust it.
I know, but it's Lion King, dude.
I don't care. Like, they screwed up more
It's
times
so
with
good
movies
that
like
they
Beauty and the Beast.
hopefully they
you
can't
know?
mess it up. I'm not gonna lie, I like some of the songs, but I didn't like the guy who played Gaston because I feel like he didn't. I don't know. Like, he did a really good job as acting and like singing and whatnot. I don't know. He just didn't make me think of Gaston when I looked at him. And like in the very end, when they're all dancing and she's like, "You should grow a beard," and he growls at her. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
But anywho,
it's just gonna turn into like us reviewing movies. And
anywho, we do have Ryan, Czar, Moira, Mercy, Widow, and Junkrat on the side of Krusty. Kind of an interesting composition there.
I can appreciate that because
Then-
Junkrat can mess with people, and when he gets on the Widow, can get the picks from the back. I can appreciate it.
Blue playing the Widow is weird.
And DJ's going to be playing the
I
counter
love you,
Widow
I've
as
never
well,
seen her.
along with the Genji.
I'm voting DJ.
I'm kind of
'Cause I love
interested
Blue.
to see, because I don't know. I've never really seen Blue on the Widow, but already Zed pushing straight through, getting the point presence early before it even opens. But Blue already going to take the advantage, getting the Genji, and
Yeah,
they're gonna,
I'm gonna change my vote. I'm changing my vote.
well, everybody, DJ's going to win the first Widow battle, but meanwhile, we are going to see Krusty get the first two picks at the contest, forcing their opponent a point.
Combat goes for a risky res. At least he got it, you know.
I don't know
Kawhi's
if
gonna
it
get
was-
res, but it's essentially just gonna be 400 HP of ult charge for Krusty.
Yeah, because I mean, now they're just ganging up around him. His furs are going to get DJ. Kawhi's taken out by Sam.
Big rip.
And we are going to see Krusty very early on get the first point. They're kind of carrying in that momentum they had coming out of their last game. Like, for those that didn't watch it, they went into the last map Oasis and won, making it 4-1 overall, sure, in favor of their opponent, but they did get the last control. So kind of building off that from last week.
Ult's heavily in the favor of Krusty right now, coming up on a total of 5 compared to the one that just got popped, and then ZF will have 3 others.
Nice
A counter shatter coming in and only getting 1.
Coalescence as well.
Ooh,
Rip,
nice job, Tony.
Clutch fire strike coming in from Zombie.
We'll say though, we are still seeing the advantage in the favor of Krusty, at least for now. There you go. We are starting to see picks fall against
This
their
is getting
favor.
good. Ooh, Kawhi winning the battle.
As Zed not going to finish the capture quite yet. No, a little bit of extra percentage on the side of Krusty here, as they're going to be regrouping here, trying to get back to the point.
Oh, whoa.
About halfway through. I mean, not bad.
Krusty was able to get 52% out of that though, and they still have Graf to try to get the retake, but so does ZF, and they also have Beat Drop to help sustain through it.
There goes the grab, beat drop as well. Pick a piece per team, but it does look like Zed. No, fight's still even. Never mind, Zed is pushing back heavy now. So we'll have to see what happens here.
So how was your day been, everyone?
Pretty good, as we are going to be seeing another fight coming out as well.
4 ults on the side of Krusty. Let's see if they can get anything with a shatter, which would be huge right now. Another tire getting taken out though. That's both tires have been destroyed.
As we are going to see Zed, they have 4 ults. However, they are beginning to lose this fight. We are seeing Krusty pushed in. Shatter gonna miss. Didn't look like it got anything.
Combat getting pinned. Bullet is still contesting the point.
They're just getting that percentage, and I mean, if Zed wins this fight, they win the map. That's the big thing here. As there you go, grab, blade, gonna work very well.
Get that boy. Oh, he didn't get the winner, but oh, look at the Mercy contesting point. I appreciate a Mercy who would do that, because I won't. Yeah, that's why I won't. I will run away, because I'd rather live.
As there we go, we are going to be seeing Zed though take over.
I don't like this map.
The well, the most spooktastical map ever, the most environmentals can ever happen. It's gonna be beautiful.
This isn't a well, it's a straight up pit.
A deep, dank hole of despair and misery.
Pinnable to the pit.
I know, we'll have to wait and see.
Like, I feel like what they... Never mind, that's a little too dark, I'm not gonna say it. I'll tell you if the stream's done.
Ryan Hammond coming out for Krusty. It's gonna actually be kind of good for disrupting. We're gonna be seeing the Bastion again.
We are seeing a sim on the opposite side though as well, so we're just gonna seeing some weird picks come out here.
Hey, at least it's not goats.
Yes, here we go. We are going to be seeing the Riz come out at least to get something, despite it's just kind of chaotic.
Oh, my phone's on 6%.
As we are going to see Krusty, they are getting backed off the point. They will lose the point first, but they are going to come back with the Hammond, getting everybody up in the air. Immediately eliminated though.
I hate Hammond. Hammond. Don't like him.
First switching to Sombra here, hopefully to just contest their backline a bit more. ZF has a lot of ults though right now, and that's going to help them out so much for this next fight. Especially having both support ults, so they basically have a get out of jail free card if anything bad goes wrong.
Yeah, it just kind of depends here as well. Krusty's just getting held off the point at this point in the match. I mean, they haven't really been able to push on. They do get the pick there and getting the Bastion ult to come out. Sim ult coming out to help block off the Bastion. They're gonna quickly shut that down. You know, Zed definitely coming out now and pushing through their opponent.
Yeah.
They should probably switch off of the Bastion right here. They're not going to be able to get any sort of map control at the moment to actually be able to set up the Bastion.
My dog is being a dingling. Let me get on the bed.
Here we go. We're gonna see a big old fight break out. Ults of all kinds coming out. Almost everyone caught in
It's
the
tied
grab.
up 4-4 right now.
High
For
noon.
trying to focus fire Kawhi, and Kawhi's gonna fall. Colin actually getting 2 with the high noon though.
Gonna make it
And
3.
Colin getting a 3rd, and that should just seal it on
Yeah.
Elios for ZF.
Straight through push.
GG. I need a nap. Nope. I want this bubble though. I like bubbles. They look cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great talk.
Yeah.
Love talking about stuff. Why would I want to grade on 2 sides? That's dumb.
Yes, now we're going to... What is 4th map?
Dorado.
Yeah, about to say we changed it. I forgot, yeah, I was like... I knew we changed it, but I forgot to what.
Yeah.
Just because Rialto's broken.
Well, let me open it.
Yeah, like Rialto's been
Okay.
big broken. As I need to reset my computer. Good fellow, I didn't want it twice. Let's see, where is the match? There it is.
Sorry.
Yeah. So here we go. We're just waiting on subs as we're going to the map 421Z. And to be honest, Krusty Krew did look really good on that second map. Like, they did really well holding down the point. However, I don't know how that's going to work here on a payload. I mean, this is purely payload. You're just trying to keep your opponent from moving it throughout. There is no set point. So I'm really interested to see if they can hold the payload the same way they would hold a point, like on King's Row, or on the controls. As we've seen him go both ways in that regard.
I hate when my phone autocorrects things.
Mm. It's gonna be a pain like that.
I don't know who Lexi is. Oh.
Okay, let's see. Where's match chat? I lost it again. Ah, there it is.
How do you keep losing match chat?
Alright, expert gonna come in for DJ, and Colin is coming out for Tracer.
Get Colin out of here.
Never mind, Colin's coming back in for Zombie.
Dang it! No! Don't take Tony out. Tony, don't do it.
Wait, hold on. Is it? I'm trying to remember. Is Trace Master?
Drop it!
Damn it. So yeah, let's see. That's
Drop
gold.
Drop
diamond,
it!
Diamond, platinum. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine.
No. No! I'm trying to keep my dog from chewing on his little squeaky toy. So Shelby, how's your day?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm tired. I used all my energy. My mama C just called.
Okay, let's see. We're just waiting to see if both teams are ready.
They are.
Okay, here we go. Map 4, Dorado. And looking at Krusty, you gotta think all of them have been in 4 maps. You gotta wonder if fatigue's gonna start setting in, you know?
My mama Sita called me, and when I answered, she didn't say anything. So, I feel a little attacked right now. I'll call her back, though.
So we just gotta kinda wait and see what these teams can do. As, of course, we did see on the last, you know, our hybrid anyway. Krusty was able to hold very strong, at least on the point side of things. On the payload, it got a little messy at times. But, I mean, we'll see if they can change things up here on this map and get the momentum to stay in their favor. So we'll have to wait and see what they can do here. Looks like they might be running, at least they got dive tanks to start off. Lucio, Mercy, Moira, Hammond, Dotes. Interesting pick up here. Kinda wondering how they're gonna make this work, especially against the comp we're seeing being run by the opponent, being the Rhine Hog combo, Ana, Mercy, Genji, and Doomfist.
Okay, my mama Sita was just talking to me. I'm back. I know you missed me, Chubby. It's okay.
So we do have Dotes coming out here against the Rhine Hog comp. I mean,
why does everyone run goats?
Dotes.
It's Dotes. It's dive goats. Okay, it takes a bit more skill than normal goats. It takes a lot of coordination going into it. And Trace should see somehow makes it out. Well, never mind. Spoke too soon.
Trace is gone, and there you go. Already clearing the opponents off the high ground. That was quick. Kind of backing them off. Looks like you will be losing your diva, but payloads are moving, at least a little bit. Oof, but quickly looks like we are seeing, yeah, no, Krusty having to fall back to the payload, try to keep the
expert fisting star.
Oh, rip, there goes Fur.
Sorry, had to.
And now they're just fighting him off the point. Run. I think you gotta quickly swap off the Dotes. I don't think it's gonna be able to hold up against this comp, just because Ryan is pretty strong when you have the healers on him, and Hog can self-heal really well. Plus the damage reduction. It's going to stop the Tickle Winston damage, especially since you don't have like a Zen to help with the Discord. It looks like Zed will be holding strong here. We're almost a minute 30 into this first push. Fight has not quite actually ended yet. It's still kind of an ongoing brawl. Hog out, Shatter out. And I mean, we're just seeing Krusty get beat up. There goes the giant fist into the sky, coming down. Rip Lucio.
The expert just kind of wreaking havoc on Krusty right now. They're getting 2. They will get 1 res off, but I do think that it's just gonna be fed old charge that'll be fed onto ZF, and they're just gonna wipe them again. Expert again killing Fur.
And I'm sorry, I think you spent way too long on this comp. I mean, you've had about 3 runs of it. You're not getting much. You need some more DPS somewhere.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know where, but you need to put it somewhere. Is Minefield coming out? Blocked. They're starting to get some momentum here right now. Once they swap to the Junkrat, they are getting the Reaper now as well, so a good bit of damage coming in with the Winston Diva. This could work. I could see this working, just because once this damage is unblockable, Diva has the mobility to get around, and now you have the Junkrat and Reaper that can help follow up with both a bit better. And with more DPS as well.
Kawhi not being able to get the one shot on the healer that he hooked. So they will get away. Both support ults up on the side of Krusty, which will help them.
Coalescence out on this side of Zed along
All
with the
support ults being used right now besides Valkyrie.
Speaking of, there it goes with the Shatter coming out as well. But the Anti, of course, going to be the big player in all this. The Anti as well.
Mama Sita's calling.
Oh, tire shot out of the air.
Trace is definitely making ZF's life hard on the McCree. McCree absolutely will rape a dive comp, and Reaper especially too. Reaper's so bad against stuns because he has to use his Wraith to be able to survive them, or else he's essentially just he's just gonna get stunned and either fanned, or he'll just get headshot because Trace is a very accurate McCree.
And they just held on to this comp way too long. I mean, you didn't really have the damage output you needed throughout most. Well, the Junkrat and Reaper did help, and you could have made that work. You know.
Very long contest by the Moira right here.
Yeah, and Potato
still alive somehow.
Coming from over the top, gonna get smashed, as we are going to be seeing Zed knock him off the point. Almost. Lord's back out on the Diva. As we're gonna see Colin charge back.
Sam popping ult, trying to stall more time for his team to get back, but he jumps off, and that's just gonna end it right there. Overtime speeding to an end.
So close. Like I kept saying, I don't think that dive was working, and you kept a hold of it way too long. If it ain't working, and even if it's working like it was, but you're having huge difficulty, I think you should have swapped off. I mean, the Diva you could have kept. I don't think the Winston was doing a lot just because the lineup they were running. Lots of juggling and CC involved, like Doomfist and McCree especially, going after the Winston. That ain't gonna be fun. And hi Apple, I finally read it there. But I don't know what you do here, because I mean, the dive didn't quite work, and of course we've seen them pull some weird comps on the defensive. Because I mean, to be fair, the Sim Bastion worked very well for them at the start of King's Row. They nearly held with just that, which was the big thing. I'm impressed. They nearly held that very well.
I was expecting an Orisa Diva, basically because they've ran that before, and this map is very good for that because Orisa provides you a lot of range on the high ground, and Diva can drop from low end high ground at will.
And I will think, knowing this team, they do run very well with the weird Bastion Sim things.
Both DPS on ZF falling. There's not going to be a lot of damage output towards the Bastion right now, but they are just going to keep on pushing the cart, using it as their own shield. Overall, everybody will fall for ZF though, besides just the healer and Roadhog at the back that decided to keep on going through. Looks like Sampam is trying to clean up the Moira though.
And you do just have Lord firing down from above on the remaining targets, just trying to help clean up shop a little. Oh, and there's the Bastion ult. There you go, gonna fire on in to help the team there. The Anti gonna hit Star on the Diva.
My mic was muted. I don't know.
It was peaceful for a minute.
I was asking, shut up, I was asking questions and I was like, why is no one answering? I feel like I'm annoying people. It's like,
no, just muted.
Yeah.
As here we go,
I
we are
was gonna
Lord being able to
say-
pick up 2 there.
What was I gonna say?
I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, Chubby. What's the score?
2-1 favor of Zed. However, it does look like we do see the hold continue here on the side of Krusty. Could be 2-2 entering the final map. Could be a bit of an
I
interesting twist.
really like the May. I
And I mean,
like
we are going to be seeing Lord come off the high ground there, firing away on the Zed on the point.
Rip Blue.
Yeah, nice pick onto Colin as well. Going to grab the Rhine. Going to follow the Bastion just to keep him safe, and they're going to reset up.
Ooh, Rez. You go,
1.5
Irish
minutes
potato.
left to
Right
push
that
it.
May.
But they're gonna have Nano Blade right here, which can actually just absolutely just wreck the Bastion, because that's a lot of damage, as Phil Swift would say. There
I
it
love
goes.
how Blue tries to freeze him, and once Blue realizes like he's too close to the Genji, he just backed away. He was like, "Nah, I'm good."
And oh, there's the Blizzard. There you go. Going to cover the payload. Give Krusty some time to clean up. At least try to stop some of the
At
damage.
least it does separate the team for a moment, but
However, just after being spread out, it's not going to work.
the
Maybe
ult
they
was
can...
used a little too late. It
If they
wasn't
can-
able to really save his team.
There you go. We are going to be seeing the Diva Bomb coming in high from above, just to at least stall for a little bit. Going to give the Bastion some time to get back as well.
Kawhi almost getting down there, Bastion popping ult. Let's see what he can do.
Yep, there you go. Going to get the power.
Kawhi and Trace both dropping. It looks like they might be able to win this and take the cart back,
Yeah, they
which
only
will be
have 20
huge with the
seconds.
Bastion. If they have control of the cart right here, especially with so little time left, they might just be able to win it. I don't think ZF really doesn't even have the time to make this regroup. They have to get a cart. They have 5 seconds. That's Colin might be able to charge there, but if the May has wall up, then that should just be game, and there it is.
Yeah, and Krusty will actually hold. There you go. They make it 2-2. Alright. I mean,
Seeing a
they're
great
just-
game on the side of Krusty here.
Like, they've done it twice. Just when it looks like things are bleak, they managed to turn it around.
Wait, who got play? I wasn't even looking.
Kawhi got play.
I am so proud of you. I love you. You're precious and amazing. You little ball of joy. You make my day.
I feel like you definitely don't know who Kawhi is.
I was quiet. I've
Like, I
deemed,
don't-
like, I thought it was a girl, and if it's on, I'm sorry if I offended you.
Like, I've talked to
But
him
no.
exactly one time in my dreams, so I don't know who he is, but I'm
No,
pretty sure.
I've
it's a
met
person.
him a few times. We've spoken DMs and we've played a few times.
Oh, spoken in DMs, hey.
You know it. Nah, I got my sight on a specific boy with an eye right now. I'm getting there. I'm getting
Alright,
there.
so let's see, DJ and Zombie both coming back in. We're gonna be seeing DJ coming for Trace, and Zombie for Expert. Quick maths, I'm bad. Plat, Diamond, Masters, Diamond. Yeah, that's legal, isn't it?
Let's just say it doesn't move on.
But if it isn't, they have to forfeit after if we find out it was illegal.
And then we blame you. Ease.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Ouch, that hurts. 3, 6, 9, 12,
Yeah, I'm horrible, Chubby.
15, 5. Yeah, that's 1800. I can do math.
I feel like you're definitely wrong, but okay.
Well, then
Should
do the
we-
math real quick, then.
Okay, tell me what the SRs are.
4 diamonds, a plat, and a masters. Or I think it's a... Yeah, it's a masters.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 1800. I'm not stupid.
It's 18,000, but yeah.
Whatever, I'm gonna fight.
Do it, no balls. Come to Big Pebble.
Bro, can I record it? Chubbs versus Killer. Can you guys get wrestler names?
Wrestle?
Chubbinator.
Yeah.
Or Chubbinator.
What am I doing?
But what would Killer's wrestling name be? Because Killer sounds really cringy. I wouldn't want to say.
I know I made
Killer!
it. I made it 4 years ago. Okay, let me be.
Dude, I literally made mine at 1 a.m. listening to weed music. So
Okay.
talk to me about friends.
Okay, but
Here
I
we
was
go.
10 in my edgelord phase. Okay, let
The-
me just.
The deciding factor here, ladies and gents. Map 5, 2-2 split. And we know Krusty's history on map 5's. Last one they won last week. Can they keep the train rolling here on Nepal?
Chubby, you don't have to rub it in, okay? Jeez.
Hey, to be fair, they got the last map last time. They won it here. That's 3-2 in their favor. I'm kind of excited to see what they can do.
Hey.
They're pulling out the Bastion again, and Blue finally playing tank. His natural calling.
I'm kind of...
Blue has been really good on DPS in this series, though. It's been nice to see.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of ready to see what they're going to pull. Well, wait.
Oh, I thought Tracemaker. I didn't realize that you swapped out Tracemaker. I thought he left. I saw that he started spectating. I wasn't really paying attention.
I mean, we do have goats.
It's a really awkward goats, but
Yeah, I thought that was exact goat.
Tracemaker left.
Oh, except you are running the Mercy instead of a Moira. That's kind of an issue.
No, I've done that before and it's fine.
I just think, especially with the team you're playing against, I was about to say you should swap that because you are seeing a lot of damage coming out on their end, especially with the Hanzo, the spam damage. Gonna come in deep. So let's see how these teams compete. I mean, as soon as you see goats, what do you do to counter goats? Easy question. Oh, Jesus, nice pin. Gonna put you behind the enemy team, though. There you go. We'll find a way out, as now you're just gonna bully your opponents back into the small room. Go to your room, children. Begone. Yes, while that's happening, you're gonna have 2 fall to point here on the side of Krusty. They should be able to get first grab of the map. And they already got Coalescence.
Sampam already to 61 on Grav.
Coalescence out on the side of Krusty as well. They're gonna push right back up. Fight on the point.
Huge
Shatter down
Shatter
from
coming from behind. Hopefully that they can capitalize off of that, trying to kill the Brig. They will get it.
They will at least get the Brig. Coalescence coming out on the side of Zed, however. 2 picks. Picks falling in favor of
Fur
both teams.
saving. Fur is gonna save Lord there from getting pinned.
I mean, now we already have Grav on both sides as well, and Dragon Blade. There it goes. There goes the Blade as well, going off in the back. Gonna get the Zarya. Coming back to point as Krusty is at least contesting for a long period. There's the whole hog as well, trying to push him back off as he's gonna fall off as well. Couldn't quite get it all together there to keep it, but 41% is not bad. As they do have 3 ults coming in as well. Still got the strong goats presence. But here we go. We are going to see the ghosts come in from the top, going up and around.
They do have a lot of ults here, but they're gonna have Grav Dragon out on ZF, and there it comes. Let's see what they can do with that. Them getting 3 picks, 4 picks already, and I do think that they'll just take it right here. They're not gonna get the full cap, and I think that that'll actually hurt them a bit, even though they do get the team kill. They're gonna let them tie the percentage. ZF switched over to the Pharah here just because Goats is really easily countered by a Pharah because they don't have much high ground presence, especially because this version of Goats, they're not even running the Diva to even try to help contest in the air.
Yeah,
and you can already see just the massive change in momentum whenever they bring out the Pharah.
It's just
You quickly
immediately
stop
rolling
to-
over them without having to use a single ult. I'm gonna try doing the same strategy coming out over there again. They still don't have anything to contest the Pharah, which I think will hurt them.
I think it will, because now you can get a bit more bullied and spread by the Pharah. But if you can get to the point really quick, honestly, I think it should go just straight down, push the point. There you go. Just
I
get
think that that's what they're
inside.
gonna do right here. Yeah, just get in the point. But Colin does have Barrage here, which
I
can
gotta go.
seriously hurt them in such a grouped up team.
My coworker is getting off early, so I gotta get him. Bye.
Alright, and there you go, the big shadow coming out as well. We are going to see Zed, though, keep control of the point here. One pick in the favor of Krusty, however, that won't be enough. Zed will keep the point.
They might be able to get a recontest. Every percent takes 1.5 seconds, so let's see if they can get there in time. They switched over to the Bastion, but I don't think that anybody will be fast enough to make it, and that should just end it for this round.
So here we go. This could be it. Zed could take the whole map here. 3-2 in their favor overall. Krusty could contest it and make us go to map 3. Let's wait and see what happens.
On Sanctum, I would think that we would be seeing the Orisa, but neither team is pulling it out. Fur does switch to the hit scan, anticipating the Pharah coming back out, and he would be right. Fur can get the easy pick on the Pharah right here, kind of catching Colin off guard, but isn't able to do it.
Nope, already picks falling heavily in the favor of Zed early on.
Star does pick off Colin though, and this is just kind of a backwards fight right now.
And
With Star and Blue just kind of soloing it. Blue getting the shatter on Zombie, but getting booped out of the way by Combat.
yeah, just gonna push and up.
The quote-unquote support the quote-unquote support Brigitte actually does pick off the Lucio in there though.
So here we go. We are going to see the charge. Oh, Jesus. This 3 picks quickly falling to Zed. And then this another fight heavily in their favor. There you go. Getting 5.
That was just a massive stagger fight right there. They really didn't get a group up. I think that Colin might try for the flank here, just to see what he can do with Barrage.
I'll have to wait and see as he just gets hit in the grab. The shatter coming down. Going to get none on the side of Zed. We are going to see the
Here Colin's about to Barrage, I do think.
high noon. They did get 2 picks. However, 1 quickly falls on the 2 in the favor of Zed. The fight's even. Rip the Bastion, which was caught out. And now just on the point.
Kawhi with the huge grab.
Yeah, and there you go. That's a rip. It does look like Zed's going to be able to keep the point. And Star's going to get staggered out as well, so it'll get him safely into the 80s.
They're going to have about 30 seconds left to try to get a recontest, if that.
And I mean, the barrage is already ready, so I mean, there you go. He's just waiting. He's waiting around the corner to jump on in and get the barrage, or waiting for them to push through to use it. Either way, it looks like... No, they're not even going to go the way of Colin.
Somebody's going to have to jump on within the next second. They do make it. Fur and Star getting on the point, seeing what they can do. Bastion setting up. It's going to be a lot of DPS, but Colin barraging gets 2, and that should just end the game. Yeah, and I do think that ZF will win 3-2 over Krusty.
Yeah, he is done. That's gotta hurt. I mean, they had really good fights on the maps where they had a point where they could set up. That seems to be their biggest strength. If they can set up and control a point, they seem to do really well there. And they did very well throughout the first map of each control as well. Just that
I think that the main problem right here for the control maps where they were trying to play it like those maps, and you have to play it like it's a completely different map because that's what it is. It's, you know, you are constantly in a battle. One team isn't attacking and the other's not defending. It's both teams are trying to take the objective from each other. And you have to play it like it's one of those maps. You can't just set up in one spot. You have to be constantly rotating around the point, and they just weren't doing that often enough compared to what ZF was.
And I mean, I will agree. I mean, on controls for the most part, there is a reason why, you know, Reaper is more used on the control point maps as well. So I mean, I'm kind of wondering. But that's going to be it for this game. Final score is going to be 3-2, getting pulled in the favor of Zed on the very last map, Nepal. That'll give Zed their first win of the season, coming off a bouncing back from a loss last week. Krusty Krew so close this time around. Next week, hoping to see what they can do there. So just going to quickly look at the schedule for next week, try to give you an idea where these two teams will be going there. Let's see, we're going to
I think that next week they play ZF and we play Castillo.
Yes, ZF will be playing Castillo Calamity. Their game actually tomorrow night. And Krusty Krew will be facing off against Enigma, which played yesterday. So we'll have to wait and see what these teams can do in those future matchups. Don't forget about tomorrow as well. Speaking of, 4 p.m. CST right here on this channel. Arctic ZZs, you know, all the Z's, versing off against Busan Weeamoos. Then following at 6 will be Castillo versus a matchup of broadcast. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you, Killer, and of course, even though she's left, Rolling, for coming out and helping commentate. But with that, this is the Overwatch League of Champions, along with Chubby5544 signing out. Peace.